for a new and different perspective every week on LEGO sets, news, media, and more. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. Today is Wednesday, December 9th, and you're listening to episode 244? Yes, 244 BCC Podcast. I actually had to make the thumbnail like 3 times tonight because I kept putting it as 243 again. But joining me today is Ford, Mace, Orion. Leo was supposed to be here. He might be, but he didn't tell us anything. Yeah, if one of us had COVID. Look, if any one of you get COVID and you're not here, I'm going to be mad at you because it's for you, our demographic in here, it's going to be like having nothing. And if you're not here because of that, then I'm gonna be mad. No days off because of COVID. Yeah. Yeah, that's like that with most diseases, so.
Horns here.
Oh, they haven't been able to hear you guys the entire stream. I had it turned down.
Nice,
Yeah.
thanks.
That's why they can't hear Mace's dishwasher.
Well, okay, let's try that again here.
Well, mine has stopped, so...
Are we restarting then?
No, we're not restarting because we're still live.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're not
Anyway.
restarting?
No, we're live. All right.
Oh.
So, again, joining me today is Ford,
Good evening, everybody.
Mace,
Hello again.
and Orion.
Wow, I'm getting like weird deja vu right now.
We only said a bunch of stuff that would get us kicked off YouTube while it was muted anyways. So.
Yeah, especially with the new TOS. You know.
Yeah, the teenage ostrich.
Whenever I see
Sarah.
TOS, I think it's like a Star Wars acronym.
The original
like
series.
Star Wars TOS.
No,
like,
it's
I don't know
Star
what
Trek
it means, but it
TOS.
sounds exciting, and I want to see it in 3D.
Is 3D even a thing at all anymore?
No,
it will
they
be
do
when
that.
Avatar 2.
But like, no one is buying like projectors made for 3D anymore, are they? It's like more so.
No, it's more, I forget what it's called. It's like post-conversion 3D. If they do that, like you can get like those glasses and like the DVD case for it sometimes, but it's not really a huge deal anymore. It's just a big gimmick, like
It always
6,
was.
7 years ago.
See, the thing is, if you like watch like the demo reels and stuff for 3D TV and such, they were good, but nothing else really took advantage of it. It's just not practical.
Yeah, who's
it-
gonna
it's
write
weird.
their show with 3D in mind? You know,
Well, and
that's
it's like
not
it's a
good
lot more
directing.
expensive to make something, not to make. Well, yeah, to make something in 3D, and then also just home consumption. Like Hugo was shot with 3D cameras, and it looked like I saw it in 3D. It was amazing. But then it's like here I am watching it like in 2013 on DVD on like my laptop. It's like, wow, I'm really getting the 3D experience.
Well, remember the first 3D TVs where you needed like the glasses that had like the electronic components in them and everything you need to hook up to the TV, like $100 a pair.
I don't know if I was around for that.
I did not have money then.
I remember seeing advertisements and thinking, "Wow, that's done. That's gonna fade real fast."
Well,
I was
then
right.
immediately they came up with ones you can use the same glasses like had in the theaters. So
Yeah.
For a while too, I think on top of 3D there was 4D, which isn't the 4D you're thinking of, where it's like they would like in IMAX theaters they would have like rumbles in the seats and stuff. But that, what was it? I think for one of the Spy Kids movies they had scratch and sniff stickers.
I don't
with
think that was
numbers.
Spy
No,
Kids.
that was
Rugrats Go Wild did
Rugrats-
that.
Yeah, that was
No, it
Rugrats
was
Wild
definitely
Thornberry
Spy Kids.
crossover.
No, Spy Kids was in
Yes.
3D.
Yeah.
No,
Spy
I
Kids
know,
was
but
different.
for the one after 3D.
There was no.
There was another one.
Well,
there
no,
there was.
it was either, no. Okay, it was the one before 3D.
It had a dog
though.
or something.
Spy Kids
I
2
know
have
for
scratch
sure.
and sniff.
one of
Let
the
me
Spy
Google
Kids
this.
I know.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
One of them had scratch and sniff stickers, and there would be a number on screen where you
I
would see the number, then
watched-
you would scratch and sniff the sticker.
I watched all 3 of those Spy Kids
Oh
movies.
no,
in
right,
theaters.
right. It was the
Never
Spy
knew
Kids,
about that.
Spy Kids 4, the one that no one saw, did use.
That's what he said.
Yeah, see, I
Really?
told you. I know my stuff.
I
okay?
had
Spy
no
Kids
idea
4
there
hardly
was a
counts
Spy
as a
Kids
Spy
4.
Kids movie.
Whatever.
But Rugrats Go Wild did do that.
I see. I haven't seen the Rugrats stuff, so
Because I saw that one in theater with. I don't think my theater did the scratch and sniff page, but the DVD came with it. Do they make scratch and sniff books anymore for kids? You know, you don't
know.
see
I
them.
think
I'm sure they do. I don't hang around with a lot of kids now outside of the brick film servers I'm in, so it's not like I'm in tune with.
I mean, for me at least, scratch and sniff is pretty boring. My electric company sends me one every year to make sure
Does
I
it
know
smell
what.
like charred human flesh?
No, it smells like a gas leak to make sure I know what it smells like.
Your electric company sells you a scratch and sniff gas leak bill?
No, they just
For-
send they send out I guess alert things once the winter weather starts coming up, they send these out and make sure people know what it smells like to report it.
Ford
quickly.
hitting those scratch
Okay.
and sniff gas stickers like.
Let's take a step back
Oh
here.
yeah.
Who doesn't know what gas smells like?
Well,
Exactly.
no, that's a trick question though, because it's like propane, gas, and diesel all have
I
different.
guess it's
smell.
for people who
If you smell
Yes,
anything
never
similar to
around.
any of those, there's a problem.
Usually. Well, yeah. Ford, didn't you have like a terrible gas leak when I
I did,
when
yeah.
I visited you? It just smelled like
I-
rotten egg and cabbages the
They
whole
say-
time.
I had it when I got back from the trip this year with Orion.
Interestingly, that's what the gas guy said is happens when people have their houses blow up. You know how people are usually afraid of a gas leak in the middle of the night and you all die? That doesn't
Right,
happen.
yeah.
Because you're gonna
Yeah,
smell it.
it's
before it
usually
happens.
you can notice it, yeah.
Now, if
And
you're
this
away on
one,
vacation,
I got
though,
back and it was overpowering. In
There
the
was
hallway.
if you're on
there was
vacation, though, it might have had enough time to fill up with gas and kill you.
Probably.
there was one couple who went away on like a week vacation, and then they had left the dog at home, and someone was coming to take a look in on the dog, like every once in a while, take him for a walk. But apparently, the dog turned the stove on.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
And then the house, after a couple days of filling up with gas, or one day of filling up with gas, the whole thing just exploded. It just
Well, the stove probably
it
ignited.
exploded
I
everywhere.
recall there being a MythBusters episode about this. I forget. They conclude it's much harder to blow up a house with gas than you'd think.
Well, you would need to have a high concentration of it. It couldn't just be a slow leak, because it would just dissolve or dissipate or evaporate.
Wait, was the dog in the house when it blew up?
Yeah, the dog was a little bit hurt, but it was okay.
Just a
Wait,
little
it
bit, but,
survived?
it got
Yeah.
scarred and
It's a
charred.
hot dog now.
So the dog just jumped out of an exploding building.
That's like a John Wick dog. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
All right, we should get to the content here.
hmm
This is good content.
So today we've got some more Ninjago sets to talk about, and we're going to talk about the 2021 Star Wars sets. That's actually about it, but I'm sure we'll have plenty to discuss here. I want to go right to Ninjago, but if people really want to start with Star Wars, we can do that.
Oh, please, no.
I do
Ninjago
want to
first,
comment
please.
on when we were just discussing with the pen last week,
Mhm.
the whole quality control issue that Lego's having with bricks right now. I had it happen to me again just recently, literally yesterday. So one of the builds for the new Harry Potter Yule Ball Advent calendar, the one for this year, on day 8, it's this couch, and then sitting on the couch is the gold egg from the first challenge. And the couch is a dark red, I guess, to be the Gryffindor common room couch, but the dark red bricks are all different shades of dark red. So
Contact Lego?
What's up?
Did you contact Lego?
I mean, no, but still, it's
They want
annoying.
you to contact them about those things.
Should be happening anyway. I shouldn't have to.
Well, that's how you get the Chinese guys fired.
Everybody
Okay.
makes mistakes sometimes.
We must
But
fire
no, if
all
you
the
saw, they
Chinese
did an
people.
interview.
They're
I
not
think New Elementary posted it, where that they're actually the guy that manages quality control, and he's talking about how they need people to actually tell them where they're seeing this stuff so they can figure out where it started and put a stop to it.
Ah, okay. I'll have to do that then.
Yeah, because they produce like 1 billion bricks a year, you know?
Don't they produce like more tires like every
They've
year?
been the number one tire
Tire
manufacturer
companies,
for
yeah.
a long time. So I'm sure
Not
nowadays
overall,
it's
it's our
even
discussion,
worse.
but still.
So they can't visually inspect every single piece in box.
I mean, it definitely is a problem, but it's only going to
Yeah,
get
but I'm
corrected if people
saying-
bring it to them.
Exactly. If they are not aware of where or what, then they can't fix it.
I mean, I'm all for them shutting down the Chinese factories altogether anyways, but... Yeah, boy.
All right.
You can
I
see
guess
a
let's talk about
significant dip
Ninjago.
in China. Well, in Lego products since they started in China. Alright, yeah, we'll talk about Ninjago then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there's a 4+ set. I don't think we really need to talk about that.
No.
So let's go smallest to largest here. We'll start with Lloyd's Jungle Chopper Bike. And unfortunately with these sets, we only have clippings from a catalog. We don't actually have, like, better quality images here, so...
Unless Mace can magically just
Sadly,
Find
not
some
this
off of
time.
Pinterest or something. This
Alright.
looks kind of neat.
Yeah, it does.
So,
I kind of like this theme going on here. It's
The
I don't know
purple
why.
and the
It's giving me
That's nice.
Bionicle vibes.
this set will
Yeah.
retail for $20.
Okay.
It's all right. We've gotten a lot of motorcycles in a very similar design. This definitely is not the best motorcycle Ninjago's given us.
No. It has a little drone thing or whatever.
Yeah, it
that
looks
is.
like that thing attaches to the back of the cycle and then can be flung up, so that looks pretty cool. I'd like to see how it looks
Ah.
with that on it.
Mhm.
Interesting. Yeah, I kind of like that. Like, I don't know. I watched Treasure Planet recently, so
Mhm.
it kind
Good
of
movie.
reminds me of that. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
good.
cool. Like, the sail is definitely the biggest sell for this set. It also
Mhm.
uses a cool color scheme of dark green and sand green, which isn't that common.
Also,
Oh,
this is like our
yeah.
first real good look at the new ninja designs.
Yeah,
At least
unfortunately, it's not the best quality, but
yeah.
we get some insight. Nia doesn't
Overall,
have a
though.
new hairpiece. She does use that new bandana, which I think is the
Mhm.
same color that Zane uses in
Yeah,
that set we saw
dark
before.
pure, I believe.
But still, her outfit, what we can see, looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
Lloyd has a new hairpiece, which I believe we did see before in his golden variant. And so the outfits this time, the color scheme isn't something incredibly new. It's like the darker color than the lighter colored sleeves.
Mhm.
I think there's been a suit that's done that. Maybe I'm misremembering because I might be thinking of no, it was the darker color and then black sleeves with the Hands of Time variant. So this is something somewhat newer.
Yeah.
It
I
also
would-
has a scantily clad purple dude.
Yeah, we'll get to him in just a moment. I do want to get a closer look at these minifigures here soon. Also, I see the machete in gold there, which I'm pretty sure is new.
I think it actually appeared in the last Ninjago wave.
I have
I
almost
think-
all those sets though. Which set did it come in?
I think it was the Kai's sword, maybe. I don't know.
No, Kai had the machete, but it's in silver.
Oh, it's in silver. Okay, never mind.
So yeah, the
Might be.
piece isn't new, but it's new in gold. At least for Ninjago, I believe.
Also, I guess is like, is this an easier way to get the spear piece in white now?
I
Yeah.
think so. As far as I know, it was only in the collectible minifigure series before.
It was all. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right.
But I
Hmm.
have a ton of them. They're pretty cheap, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All in
what
all,
set
a
they
white
were
spear
using.
isn't a hot ticket item.
So yeah, it's not the biggest. Yeah, we've got, like, as Mace put it, a scantily clad purple guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all right.
He's not scantily clad. He just doesn't have a whole ton of clothes on.
All right.
That's the same thing.
It just brings to mind a different image when you say it that way.
That's your fault. This is
He's
obviously
scantily clad, if you know what I mean.
I think these bad guys could be the next really cool, interesting group of bad guys for
Oh, wait, is
Ninjago
that
if they
Thanos?
do something well with them. They haven't had a really interesting group of new bad guys in a while.
Thanos tribe.
Yeah, is that Thanos' babies, his kids, or something?
Yes.
No,
Thanos
so
and
this is
Bionicle
the
have it.
alternate universe where he actually does get snap at the end of Endgame, and he creates his own like universe where he's revered as a god, and these are his people.
And they
Anyway,
forgot it.
we also get a very blurry look at the new MacGuffin this wave. Apparently, some like amulet or how do they put it in this?
It looks
one?
like the Hunger Games
It's a buzzsaw with a dragon face on it.
Amulets, yeah, that's what they're calling them. It looks like the Mortal Kombat logo.
It does. Oh man. Weird.
I see it.
It does.
This is also the only set you get Nia in, so I'll definitely be getting it just for that. Because most of these sets, like the price for the set is cheaper than getting the minifigure.
Yeah, it's so interesting to me that like the kind of show themed are getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, I think it's because there is more potential for a lot of legacy sets right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're using a lot of the slots for those sets.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm fine with it, but I don't want the show being sidelined. You know what I mean?
I don't think it will be. If this year was anything to go by, we got a lot of content this year for the show.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they need sets to be made in order to make a season of the show, really.
And they're still catching up to the show with the sets. So,
Yeah.
all right.
And like they are still using legacy designs in the show, so like that's not a problem either.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the new bounty is in there. So.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is probably my favorite of the wave, the Jungle Dragon. This set will
Finally, a
retail for
dragon that isn't
$40.
color coded. Like, it's not green or gold. I love it.
Yeah, we've got a new teal dragon.
Teal.
Also, this uses the same like head mold as the Overlord.
But it's very well
Oh,
printed
the
otherwise.
jaw, you mean? Okay.
It is weird getting dragons without brick-built heads again, though.
Yeah, the upper part I think is from, I think like the elves dragons or whatever.
It's the same upper part as the
Okay.
Overlord dragon, I think. Isn't
No,
it?
no,
No, the
Or
upper
it's not?
part is not the same. upper
Oh,
part.
you're right. I didn't realize the Overlord dragon's like.
like the head is different.
Oh, the Overlord dragon's the same piece for the bottom and top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Though it is interesting to realize now that that's not just like a build; it's just like one big solid piece.
Yeah, it's very.
Well, it's also
printed.
half that, half brick built, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and it's hard plastic, so that's cool.
But
Honestly,
like, despite like the blockiness in some areas, it just looks like the entire design just kind of flows.
yeah, I
Mhm.
do. I really like this dragon.
Mhm.
I don't know that it needed the wings though. I feel like those are kind of a distraction from the rest of
Yeah.
the build.
Could have just been more like lizardy
Yeah,
without the wings.
It would have been way better as just a lizard.
and
I mean,
then
maybe they
Could be
needed
like
to
the-
fly at the show or something.
Boys, we're going wing plucking.
I don't know because we do have dragons without wings in Ninjago. We've
Yeah,
got like
like the-
Stormbringer and the
And
Mech
the Earth Dragon.
Earth Dragon
that
did
we-
have wings.
In the set, originally
Did it?
didn't.
Let me see
think
here.
you're
I think you might be right. I just remember in the show.
Yeah,
the
the
show,
show
it
had
definitely
wings, but in the
I'm pretty sure the set did not.
Okay, yeah, it looks like you're right. Unless those green things on it are supposed to be wings.
I think they're just flags. If they're wings, they're incredibly tiny. I really wanted that set like 8 years ago.
Huh.
So I remember that one well.
Yeah, that I do like this and few notable things. We've got a double-headed guy in here.
I like that. That's cool.
Double Thanos.
It's so simple, but the double Thanos face is just a little.
I like that guy's
thing, I
like
like it.
a tiki mask or whatever.
yeah, that's nice.
That's awesome.
It's are we getting like kind of like tropical Hawaiian-ish vibes?
Yeah,
from
it's
some of
called
this
the
stuff?
season is Ninjago the Island.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm a genius for picking that up. Ain't I?
I can't
Right
tell
off
if it's
the
the
bat.
same color of Mortal Kombat, the amulet, as the last one, because they both look to be like purple.
Yeah, they're all purple. All of them are purple.
It looks like it might be blue in the last one, but I'm
No,
not-
look at all four of them. All four of them are purple.
This one looks more. The actual omelet itself looks more glowy than like the
I think
gold
that's a graphics
part.
design thing, though.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah, I'm
all
trying to
just purple.
look through like the
Being
5 pixels on
rendered.
this image to really see.
But
You must trust
it
me,
says
they're all purple.
amulets in
Probably
the
before, and they give you
promo, but-
magic.
Yeah, they do look all to be the same one.
That's what I've been saying.
Are there multiple amulets that look the same then, maybe, in canon?
I don't know. And why do
Possibly.
they need those?
Like the
And-
interchangeability of the Jade Blades without any of the unique
On-
design.
On the next set, like I feel like half the image is cut off. Like there's something.
Well, there's a
like
full
you-
page version of these as well.
Oh, there
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Yeah, like the other part of the image is the part we see in the bottom left-hand corner of this dragon we're looking at now.
Oh, okay, duh. Okay.
But a few more notable things this week. Again, we've got Lloyd's hair. We've also got Zane's hair in silver again. And I'm really worried because it looks like Zane is using the same pants again.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, he really needs to wash them.
bloody murder.
He's also riding the world's least impressive dinghy. It's
Yeah,
the
that
tiniest
looks-
little
I'm
boat in
sure
the
there's
world.
worse dinghies just in Lego alone.
Okay, you're probably right, but that's City. This is Ninjago. It's
Am
supposed to
I
be
the
cool.
only person who still thinks that the word dinghy is kind of funny sounding?
Oh, it definitely is, but we're adults, so we
Dinghy.
pretend it does sound normal. Also, oh yeah, that one guy at the bottom left, he has a mask.
Yeah, Ryan pointed that out.
Is that a new
God,
piece, or is that like in a
back.
CMF before?
I believe
Good
it was in CMF. It
Maybe
might be a
CMF,
new mold. I'm not really sure.
It's definitely a new print, if so.
And another thing, with that guy with the dual heads, is that just a bandana on his top head, or is there something else in between
I
them?
think it's a bandana, but it might be like a bow and arrow holder or some kind of neck.
Maybe I can't quite tell. It might be the Black Panther ears.
Oh, maybe no.
No, 'cause you can't
A
put
little
something on
bit of
top
a
of
ridge
those.
there at the back, but I can't really tell.
Yeah, it's
You could
definitely
not
not
put
Black
another head
Panther
on
because
top
he
of
couldn't
that.
put a head on top of it, yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's definitely one I will get right away. Honestly, it looks a bit small for $40, but is 506 pieces apparently.
I mean, it
Hmm.
looks like you're getting a lot for it, so
Get a picture of the dragon from the side, and it'll justify its price a lot more.
kind of wish it came with some different ninja other than, another Lloyd. Whatever.
I think
I
this-
wish.
Yeah, I guess Lloyd and Zane do come in 2 other sets. There's no exclusive figures to this one.
Yeah.
I think Cole and Nia are the only exclusive ones now, though. Wait, maybe Jay.
No, Jay's in 2 sets
Jay's in the boat.
and repeatedly getting captured.
He's captured in both sets. Oh, I love it. Well done.
Jay is a tortured man.
Alright, let's move on to the Keeper's Village.
And the keepers are all the names of the purple dudes. They're called the keepers.
Hi.
Colors. These
Like-
colors are nice.
I
Mm.
want this. It looks so very interesting.
It's got that stabby, 6-armed, 3-headed dude
It's
with
got
a
some snake head on the side that we can't see all of. But all right.
got some dude making a stew. Jay is probably supposed to be added to that later.
Oh no, there's a leaf stuck in my foot. Help.
Well, that seems like it would stop him, honestly. I can't imagine a lot wouldn't.
You know, if you think about it, in real life, if Lego were like real and like a real world, they would have to wear like horseshoes almost, because like they'd keep getting like clops of dirt and gunk in their hoof, and eventually, I feel like they'd develop a way, like Mustangs in the wild, where they would eventually shed part of their heel, and like this white piece of their heel would just fall out of their hoof, and then they could clean it that way. And that's how they would have to live. But I don't know. That's a theoretical thing.
It's possible, but they could also just pop their foot out if they had physical control over the Lego-y leg. They could likely let
Like
go. Like
replace
imagine
their
grabbing
foot?
something with your hand and letting go with your hand.
No, but I
That
mean
was
like
the case.
actual pieces of like dirt or sand, unless everything is like a stud.
Happens if like you get so much dirt in it that it like goes because like the Lego.
It goes,
Oh,
it goes all the way
like, what if it like goes all the way up the leg? Like, what do you do
Just
then?
pop it off. Just get a new
Once
leg.
dirt is pouring out of your
Bitch,
thigh,
can't
it's time
you
for
We're
cleaning.
the top 1% that can afford that, though. They have to take the legs from the poor, and
That's why Zane doesn't need to get new pants,
you
Liam.
could build like a whole
so
economy in
clean.
Lego around like leg hole cleaning as like an industry. Get
That's
your
why they're
leg
called
holes cleaned.
Lego.
Step into
Oh.
the leg hole cleaning booth and get your leg holes cleaned. Well, deep leg hole cleaning
Ninja
$15.
cleaning perimeters. They don't need to go to leg hole cleaners. They can just
Okay.
Get your head
Well,
hole
you guys are going on
cleaned.
about that. I
don't
posted
wanna
the full
have a
catalog
three-
pictures in our chat here.
Very nice.
So
But anyway, the village is very nice. I like it.
we have a new Kai hairpiece here, same one we saw in his battle pack. Cole reuses the movie hairpiece, however, it is reprinted with an orange bandana. Or a
And then
headband,
Jay
whatever you
also
want.
has a bandana hairpiece.
Very nice.
Oh yes, and that one we have not gotten besides this set. So
There's also a crab.
also we've got names for these villains. We've got the mask guy is Thunder Keeper. The hat guy is Rumble Keeper. The two-headed guy is Pularic.
Is that one guy the stew keeper?
Yes. Well, he's
And-
the Thunder Keeper. The stupid guy.
And then we've got Chief Mammatus.
That's a name for a kind of cloud, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, makes sense with the whole storm theme that seems to be going on.
Like you can see him summoning lightning
Is
with his
his
staff.
headdress a new
Rumble and
piece?
thunder, so
Oh, his headdress has got to be. A
Oh,
new
I did
piece.
not switch over to this picture in the overlay. I apologize to the audience.
Now you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, there we go. Yep, Cole's weapon is kind of lame in this one. It does not look right just have the golden machete tacked onto the end of that stick.
It looks like it'd be a
looks
very
fine.
ineffective weapon, an ineffective hammer, and an ineffective blade.
They're using the same shoulder armor here, not in a new color, which is kind of disappointing. This set probably gives us some of the best views of these variants. They're alright.
Man, that headdress is cool, though.
Yeah, the headdress for that minifigure looks cool. He also has a new cape.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Also,
nice.
if you look at the lava effects near the edge of the cave, they use like one of the power blast pieces
Oh, that's
to
cool.
do like a dripping lava effect.
Oh, okay, with the hand blasting. Okay, interesting.
Now, I will probably get this set. I don't really like it that much, so just the build itself. It just doesn't seem that interesting of a build. Like, I don't know I'd want to display this, and it probably just gonna end up taking up room somewhere. But
It
it's
does look good to
$50,
display.
and I get a good spread of minifigures in it. This is the only set Cole comes in, so it's. I will probably get it. I might. The cheeky thing looks like it might be an important point too, so I might need that. Also,
Probably.
it comes with the weapons pack in white. I'm noticing here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because it looks like a cheeky thing. Uses the 2 daggers, the 2 studded swords, the 2 like samurai things, the 2 glaives, and the 2 machete pieces.
I'm glad they're putting that out in more colors.
Cause yeah, we're getting it in green and white this wave, then aren't we? I believe
Mild school colors.
this is like the only set that uses it that I can tell.
Huh.
Yeah, it looks to be the only set.
And then I guess in this last one, Jay is once again being captured. I
Oh,
suppose
yes,
it
this
is
last one, I was
probably
surprised
for
that
his
this is the
powers.
most expensive one because this, at first glance, does not make me think $70 set.
But I mean, you're getting 2 relatively medium-sized vehicles.
That is true, and I do think this looks the cool. It's a unique build that we haven't gotten before as
Mhm.
well.
Okay, but doesn't this remind you of the Race for the Mask of Life set from
That's
the
it.
Voyeur era?
That's what it was reminding me of.
I don't
This
remember
whole
that
wave
one,
just reminded
honestly.
me of Bionicle.
It's the one with the 2 lava boats that look like these vehicles.
Yeah. Leo was going to get it at Brick Fair in 2018, but then somebody else got it before him, and that somebody else was LJ.
Oof. I'm
Is
gonna get
that
it
one
at some
LJ
point.
probably reviewed then, isn't it?
It is the one that he reviewed. It is the exact one. I think he even commented on like his review. So this is who stole this from Leo.
See, Leo, this is what happens when you don't make it to the podcast.
Yeah,
Wait a minute, Leo wasn't at Brick Fair.
We sold them out because we
2018.
missed it once.
Huh?
2018.
2018?
Yeah,
It was that
2018.
long ago?
Yep.
Yeah.
2 years, boy.
yeah, you feel old yet?
For the audience, yeah, there's that set. I mean, this is way better than that set, but
Well, yeah, but it's been like 14 years. Every set is designed
I mean, the
better.
Bionicle sets were
Got a tower build.
bad for their time at their time. So
Power of Toa was pretty good. Come on.
I like Lava Chamber Kid.
I really like the graphic design on the box art for like Lloyd.
Mhm.
I'm trying to upload a photo, but it's taking forever.
In the
Which box
jungle with the
art?
little
Oh,
glowing
that one.
dragon.
You mean?
On the last
Oh
one,
yeah,
yeah,
that's true. These ninja are supposed to have new face prints too, with like
there you
battle
go.
paint on them, but we can't really see it all that well here.
Catamaran Sea Battle one. Yeah,
This
Yeah.
one
that looks sweet. Look at that.
I don't believe has any
Mm.
exclusive minifigures in it. Nia is the only one that comes in one set, isn't she? Or Nia and Cole. Yeah, I said that earlier.
Oh, yes.
I mean, like, I'm glad that they're putting, the ninja in smaller, cheaper sets so people can get them easier. I guess it's easier for you too.
Yeah, but now I can buy all the sets. So.
Okay, but there's one
You kinda
important question though.
What's that, Mace?
Why does Kai have a boat
I
again?
mean, it's a pretty cool
He's
boat.
the fire guy. Why is he the guy with the boats?
They just really want him to conquer his fear.
I mean, think about it. That's kind of a thing, though, with, like, surfboards and jet skis and stuff, as you do get, like, red and flame patterns on them.
That's more of a motorcycle thing.
It's
Why
that-
didn't he have the motorcycle? And give Lloyd the boat.
Mace, there are 3 Kai motorcycles laying next to me on the floor right now.
And now there's gonna be 2 Kai boats. It's only a matter of time before there's 3 of those.
Actually,
Motorbike
the
craft.
other one isn't a boat, it's a submarine.
Man, it was a boat. It was at least a dual purpose
If you don't
boat.
like his boat, you could just get the car that he's getting in Legacy. Whatever. I don't know.
But anyway, I don't know. I like the colors on it, though, so I'm not going to complain. I think the red and the look like keyed orange look really cool.
Oh, it's a really striking contrast to the enemy boat. That's true.
Yeah, and the enemy boat is pretty cool too.
See,
I
like,
like the
I
design
love the enemy.
that they have, and like I kind of like their makeshift like rib cage thing.
Mhm. And their Godzilla painting on the sail for no reason is really cool.
Now, it does confuse me a lot what the plot is for this season. It seems like another very small plot. Also,
I think,
we thought jungle at first, but it is island. So,
yeah, definitely.
I like how it's just like for now it's just called the island.
are those fins in light blue or teal?
Teal.
Ooh. Teal is
Yeah,
right?
it's teal. They don't look like Dark Azure.
I
They're
think
not-
perhaps the ninja gets shipwrecked or something, and they stumble into this plot of the evil purple dudes.
I do
to
really like
control
the color scheme for the purple guy's boat, too. I wish
Mm.
they had, like, another large boat set for them.
Oh, I wish they had
Yeah.
another large enemy set. I like the aesthetic of these island dudes.
I do feel like just 4 sets for this wave is just a little too small. There should be at least one.
Maybe it's just a
5 around.
steady January wave, and they'll have a summer wave too.
I doubt it. I'm guessing, because you guys know they gotta have another season, so they're gonna
Well,
have to
I
have
doubt
some
it, but
other
it'd be
plot.
cool.
And there's definitely more legacy
Well,
sets
maybe-
coming.
This wave, I don't know.
Maybe this will just be a special.
I don't think it'll just be a special.
No,
I-
it'll be
a full season, but
because remember, like they only have like 13 11-minute episodes.
Oh, that's true.
it's
So they don't have
16.
too much to do.
Oh, 16.
Oh, it's 16 now. Okay.
32 more minutes.
Yeah, so they're actually longer than a season has been, I think. Around the same length, at least. It's a pretty good length season still. See, I think there's 32 episodes total last year.
I think the story might be better if characters could die.
They have Mace.
Never in any meaningful way. Not even the one who did die in a meaningful way.
Mace, have you been following Ninjago?
I caught up on it, yes.
Ninjago is has more death than any other Lego theme.
Yeah, of course it has more depth than Lego City. You know?
Oh.
Bionicle had a lot of depth.
Yes, it did.
Ninjago
Steve.
actually puts death at the forefront way more than Bionicle did. Bionicles just had to be secret for the most part, so Lego didn't know about them.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
all those
Ninjago deaths are
stories that-
superficial and not usually not all that impactful. Either somebody died in the past and nobody actually dies in the story.
I was concerned. Well, I'm not even concerned because I'm not invested in like the Ninjago storyline. But are any of you guys concerned though that like the show will go on for so long that eventually all of this other stuff will just become too like inconsequential because the show has just been going for so long? Because you can only kill off characters beloved by other characters so many times before. It's like, okay, we're kind of out of ideas at this point.
They've talked about that, and there's been talk like originally Ninjago was gonna have a time skip into the future before the movie came out. So I'm thinking if it does start to get to that point, they're gonna try something like that anyways.
I think they're keeping it in their back pocket just to make sure the time is right. Because that's the thing, like you can't do a time skip where you have new ninja.
That's why for the last couple seasons they've been having more casual type stories, kind of almost filler. The thing is, Ninjago takes like a concept that'd be used for one episode of a normal TV show and stretches out to a season.
Yeah.
What?
Like, if they want to make a big change, they kind of have to have like a big sort of like event, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like the
They
Travis
gotta have,
Scott.
like, a March of the Oni style thing to
yeah.
transition everything. Of course, I don't think that's going to happen for a good while yet. Like
I feel
maybe
like
a year
the
or two.
story could be better if they didn't have the restrictions that they have. The restrictions are understandable of it being a commercial. The TV show is a commercial, but I feel like it could be better without that. But I
don't know.
understand why.
I feel like Ninjago gets pretty dark as it is anyways, so
I don't know, it's just not my favorite.
It's just about being well written, I guess.
I don't think a show needs to have a bunch of characters dying. I feel like I'm thinking like again like Avatar: The Last Airbender or something. Like no one dies at all there.
Although the thing is
one
that
had
that's
ran
only-
for
that's only
13
3
seasons.
Yeah, that's
You
only
expect
3
so-
seasons though.
You expect some change after 13, Or
And
you
that-
hope for
well, I
the
would
story
say
to
that,
evolve
like,
in any way after 13.
Characters.
Well, no, the
to
story's
die.
definitely evolved.
but I
Not in
wasn't
any
saying-
substantial way.
No,
that
incredibly
saying
substantial way. You have
there's
not
a-
listened to me go on for hours about like the
That
evolution.
doesn't mean that it happened just because you went on about
See,
it.
I can't take you guys seriously because it's just like it's a commercial
Yeah,
for
you're actually
toys.
a bit of
Dude, I'm arguing that point.
No, Ninjago that's like really good lore throughout it.
No, I don't doubt that. Also, I wasn't saying that characters needed to die for it to have any depth. That's why it would get redundant. I'm just saying, from what I've heard from you guys, you're like, oh, it's dark and like characters die, and it's like, well, if you do that for like 8 more seasons, it's like, well, okay, yeah, Cole's best friend died. It was
Well,
his
yeah, they don't.
15th
That's why I was
best
saying like the last few arcs. When I said like they take an episode of what it'd be a normal one episode for a TV show and like stretch it out. The last few have been more like casual arcs since they just had like 3 seasons before that were all this big event arc leading up to like so they do a lot of tonal shifts in the show to like keep it from being too repetitive. So I don't know. I've enjoyed thoroughly every season of Ninjago except for Hands of Time.
even Possession.
Yeah, no, Possession like on rewatch has a lot of really good episodes.
I guess the mirror one was pretty good.
The issue with Possession is basic some contrivances they used to set up the season. That's the big issue with it. However, it's got amazing music, it's really funny, and it's got a bunch of really good episodes and a lot of good lore to it. The issue and it's like the last time they like digressed the ninja at the beginning of the season. I think that's the last time they really did that without like a plot reason.
Yeah, they did do it in the Fire and Ice one.
But I mean,
But
like
for a plot
they
reason,
addressed
yeah.
that though that time too.
Yeah.
They like even addressed they like kind of retroactively like addressed it in previous seasons too there. So we really need Dareth again. It's been a while.
I wish he would get an official power. That'd be awesome. He was always the best.
It's because like we got Dareth for a couple of episodes in Prime Empire.
And like one episode in Fire and Ice, I think.
Yeah, because he had like his own commercial there.
Yeah.
That was such a weird episode.
Yeah.
That's why the Fire chapter I have a hard time getting through, because that's when they're like learning this new format, and it has actually tried to do filler episodes, which did not work.
Also, random clutch powers for no reason, which it doesn't offend me in any way. It's just very weird. Is all.
Also,
It's because
like
he was mentioned earlier in the show.
Prime Empire, like
Clutch
he
power.
just got into the lamp.
What? What happened to Prime Empire?
No, in Prime Empire, Clutch Powers just picks up like I guess like
Oh, it's like a background.
Icon
I
lamp.
think that's
don't
just
know.
like a detail, like implying some side story we'll probably never get. Like Griffin Turner being in the Sword from Knock on Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right. Yeah, but that got changed because they went back
did.
in time.
So we don't know. Like, yeah, we have no idea what's up with that. It's likely some cameo that'll either be a side story or just addressed in passing or never
Or in a
addressed.
book.
Maybe just a way of getting rid of him.
I don't think they're
Could be
gonna
in a
get
book.
rid of him. Ninjago rarely ever like doesn't bring back a character.
When was the
It's
last
true.
time we saw Skylar?
Not too many seasons.
Yeah,
ago,
it
really.
was she was in March of the Oni.
Hmm.
And she
Wait.
had a pretty big part in Hunted
Was she?
too. She's like
I
one of the
guess-
main characters in Hunted.
Whatever.
And likely she's gonna come back because with the new Met designs, the Elemental Masters are likely gonna come up soon.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I'm trying to think of any character that like hasn't come up in Ninjago, like that didn't die.
The other Serpentine generals, or Scales' wife, or Scales Jr.
I mean they've come up fairly recently.
I suppose
Technically,
one of the
not-
generals.
They
It
just
is
went
still
and go. Yeah, they just visited Scales back in the Fire chapter, and I
But
believe
not his wife
wasn't
and
his son
son?
there.
I don't think so.
I thought his son was with him.
I thought it was a random orange or was it a green guy? Don't think it was his son though.
And if not, I mean, the Serpentine had a lot of screen time throughout a lot of seasons before that, because they were in
I wouldn't say a lot.
Hands of Time.
Oh well, that's true. I forgot about
Yeah.
that one because that one's not very good.
Yeah, they were in Hands of Time. Before that, they were also in Rebooted, and they were at the beginning of Tournament of Elements. Like one of the Serpentine General, I forget which one, had like that underground fight club that Kai was a member of.
Oh right. That was so cheesy. Guy in Underground Fight Club.
So
run
yeah,
by
most
snakes.
characters come back if they're not like completely dead, like Chin or something.
And even he managed to pull it off.
Once, but now he's like
Yeah, just
triple hell bound.
He is.
Bruh.
They like keep making
Rip.
his situations worse by killing the hell that he's in and putting him in another.
Hey, but they made a new one if you remember during Fire and Ice.
Inside of a hell that is inside of another hell, right?
Yeah,
That's
the
He's gonna
Departed
hell
Realm
duck him.
actually makes me incredibly depressed because apparently everyone goes there, and since we saw it in Fire and Ice, it is not a good place. It's,
You see,
Even
if
the-
you're good, you go to hell in Ninjago, and if you're really bad, you go to the hell ducking. So, it's just you can't win.
yeah, at
Or
least
you
it's
can be in
implied. We know there's somewhere else. There seems to be some sort of heaven because, like at the end of
Oh yeah, Lloyd goes
March of the
there.
Oni, but was like Lloyd the only other one that was ever allowed to go to heaven?
Yeah, he's got royal blood. He's the only one that counts.
Is it selective process?
We don't know. Ninjago has a lot of complicated afterlife theology in it.
Yeah, Cole died and turned into a ghost, and his ghost was just there on Earth. It just
Well, the thing
existed on
with,
Earth.
like,
He didn't go
multiple
anywhere.
hells. The Chinese believed in
Yeah,
like
went
multiple
through it.
inner hells.
Well,
Like, if
remember
you saw-
also when Cole turned into a ghost, it wasn't like all ghosts were unleashed on Ninjago,
That's true.
and then like
But
the
you-
place ghosts was dead.
You think he would be teleported to wherever ghosts go, and then he'd have to walk through the same door as all the other
Also,
ghosts did.
remember Cole was like a very specific curse that was put on, the same one that turned Master Yang.
That's true. Is the curse more than a death, really?
Yeah. So, again, like ghosts aren't necessarily just a dead person. There's more that goes on there than just dying.
Yeah, an
coming
allergy
back.
to water.
Yeah. But then again, there's like the Departed Realm, and like it's still debate amongst people if the underworld, like any dead people, it seems people are definitely banished and then die and go to the underworld. So
Yeah,
that's
it
another
seems
thing.
The underworld is just where a bunch of skeleton people happen to live. And then
Again,
skeletons
though,
go on-
Garmadon was dead when he was sent there. Is that the official lore says? What was that, Orion?
Oh, maybe the skeletons are just people who have been in the underworld so long that they've lost most of their physical form.
That
I
was
mean-
the original assumption, but
It
They
still
seem to
could
be a-
be. We don't really know though, and the underworld hasn't been touched in a while.
Is the
wasn't it-
underworld like hell bedrock?
maybe.
kind of.
The
Yes.
cursed realm is like definitively hell, but it was destroyed. And then
But
And
isn't
then it
there a
went-
new one now?
no,
Just
because
No,
when
sort
they killed it, no, they sent it back to the departed realm in that episode.
yeah, and then they
So-
brought it in, and then they sent it back.
So it's
yeah.
still
But
there.
didn't they say, "Oh, there's a new preeminent," and they're punching
like-
it in one of the episodes?
No, it's because the preeminent, since also being when it died, went to the departed realm, and then
That's
they opened.
another thing. So like, if the preeminent and everything inside of it is still technically alive, even if it's in the departed realm, does that mean the good Garmadon is still there? Does that mean Chen and what's his face?
Moro.
Klaus are still in there?
Klaus is, as far as I know, I haven't read the Dark Island trilogy, which he's a part of.
Yeah, I have
is
read
still
that too.
around as a ghost. He escaped the departed
Who's
realm.
Cloud?
before.
Oh yeah, the creepy dude. with
Chen,
the
we know,
eyeliner.
yes, was in the departed realm because Master Yang released him from the departed realm on Day of the Departed.
Hmm.
So yeah, people we know were in the departed realm were like Moro, Samu, Kai, General Kozu.
How does a rock and a skeleton go there?
Remember, robots have souls in Ninjago too.
Okay, that's true.
Anyone who's
Uh,
like animate has a soul.
Except for Nelson.
So yeah, everyone shows up again at some point. Pythor, it's actually been a while compared to everyone else.
They did address that he's been missing though.
Yeah, they at least get name dropped if they don't show up.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably come back someday.
I'm sure he will. But like I said, Ninjago is very deep lore. Like I literally spent hours the other day just like going over the lore of the first Spinjitzu master. Ninjago is fun.
He uses L'Oreal.
Alright, we should move on to the Star Wars sets.
Mm-hmm.
These are
We kind of
Not
went
as
on a
exciting.
tangent there.
Only because we said we would, and not because we have the time.
Alright, let's start, I guess, with the Micro Millennium Falcon.
It certainly
Yay.
is a Micro Millennium Falcon, isn't it?
Solo supposed to fit in there?
It's a,
He sits in the little square behind the cockpit. You can see there's a bit of a space for a dude.
it's my-
His face is gonna get ripped off when he goes into hyperspeed.
No, that's true.
well, it functions like with Jimmy Neutron logic.
No, more like Doctor Who logic, right? Where it's
No,
bigger on the inside. What is Jimmy Neutron logic? Jimmy's mom
Nonsense.
is hot. Is that it?
No, that's the Meatball Kids logic. If that was
Whoa,
his,
the
It's
meatball
logic that
kid?
can just go
Yeah.
into space and Carl.
Carl Weezer. He has a name.
I didn't
Carl.
watch the show. I don't know.
Did you see that the guy that does like all the Carl Weezer parodies, the voice of Hugh Neutron, has some YouTube channel, and he kept trying to get him on it, so that then he had the voice of Carl on it at the same time.
To compare it. Wow.
But anyway, it's another microfighter, and we've gotten one of these before, the
Mhm.
Millennium Falcon, so it's really like not exciting.
At least
Yeah,
it's
nothing
an
more to
easy
say
way to
about
get the Han Solo, but whatever.
All right, and next up we have the Mandalorian set, Tribble on
No.
Tatooine.
I'm getting this one for sure. I already
Yeah.
have the other 3 Mandalorian sets. I'm getting this
I
one.
kind of have to get it too. Wait, you got the Razor Crest?
Yeah, I did for $40 if I recall.
Wow.
That's really cheap. Where did you get it
That's
for 40
really cheap.
bucks?
Yeah.
I technically can't say. Let's just say.
Oh, I know where you
Walt
got it then.
Paid off quite well.
Liam, where did
Alright.
he get it?
I can't say on air.
I hope you enjoy it. I honestly, it's probably my
I can
favorite
benefit
set.
from this place that Mace talks about, so I can't say on air.
Oh, okay. Get it.
Fine.
I'll
Probably
tell
one
you
of my
about it
favorites.
later.
Just because of like the sheer amount of customizability you can do with it. But
I thought normally those sets were exempt from that thing, though.
what do you mean exempt from? Oh,
The thing
The
Mace
thing,
is talking
right,
about. Normally they can't do that with this type of thing.
Not this one. I'll explain why it counted later. but-
Okay.
this is also your cheapest way of getting.
Why do the
child.
Tusken Raiders have a biplane?
It's an arrow launcher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the one that you used in season 2.
Yeah, but you pull it back and it goes.
Yeah.
And
Is
fires
this the first
spear with
Beskar
rope.
armor Mandalorian we've got?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
is.
And
Another
it even
reason-
has like, printing with the Mudhorn.
Hmm.
Another reason why I need to get it.
Yep, it's pretty cool. Yeah, the gun
I'll say, like,
sucks though.
I-
It's still so bad.
I was
The
a
gun
little
is
angry.
definitely bad.
Also,
the
is it
best
meant? Is he supposed to be holding it that way?
No.
Like
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
like it's one thing for the rifle to be built just so terribly, but it's not even built correctly. Seriously.
like
Right,
the Tusken
whoever
Raider
assembled
staff
the
is
Lego
better.
set built it backwards. He's holding the blaster,
I
and
know.
and it's connected to the handle. Oh
Either
no!
give it the stock or just make a new mold.
They put it in backwards.
Well,
Ugh.
they can't now. They'd have no reason to make a new mold because spoilers.
Oh. All right.
Rip.
Also, but the Tusken Raider staff is actually incredibly accurate. It's a weird thing.
Mhm.
Because it's pretty simple. Been doing that for years.
Yeah, this is going to be a cool, cheap little set. I'll pick it up as soon as it drops on any kind of sale whatsoever.
Cheap.
It'll be
I
awesome.
wonder.
It's $30.
Exactly, and once it's 20 or something, I'll pick it right up.
Still not bad though. You get quite a bit here. I do wonder if that speeder bike would be able to fit inside the Razor Crest.
Don't think so.
I don't think
So
there
but I
is
haven't
a
built
ton of
mine yet.
room.
I'm building mine as soon as the season finale is over.
All right, next up we have the new Imperial TIE Fighter, part of the slightly more affordable line.
Slightly affordable, downscaled versions, which
Yes,
I
this
think
is
are like
$40.
slightly in scale, like in universe. I think. I don't know.
This definitely is a
Come on.
TIE fighter.
It's got
You
a
know,
cool
so-
droid.
Yeah,
It's not bad for what it is. And
I
it does
still
have
have
a
a solo TIE fighter, so I don't know if I want this one.
It's interesting
if
how
they-
they did it outside the Mixel joint, but since they still don't have that one in the right color of gray.
they should have
But
just
here's- why do they need the
color
mix joint if they have the hinge joints already in the set?
I'm
what
guessing
do you
something
do?
about the construction. They need a certain
mean,
angle
like,
that
you need to
only
fix
Mixel joint could do.
You know, if you want to fix it, but like, come on, consistency. But I like this one. I'm glad they're going this route to be more. I mean, like, I have the solo one that I got on sale for the price of this one, and this is like half the price of that one. I don't know if what I just said makes sense.
Yeah, I
But I
think
think
it
you
does.
get the idea. Like, just to put into perspective, the X-wing fighter that came out, I think it was episode 9 this year, costs the same amount that it would take you to get both this TIE fighter and the X-wing that we're going to talk about next combined. Seriously. I'm glad that they're doing this.
Speaking
At least in the
of,
case that
next
we
up we've
are
got
the-
the X-Wing. Man,
Mhm.
yep, that sure is an X-Wing.
Yes, it is.
certainly is. It's got Luke, Leia, an old dude, and an R2.
I think the old
It's-
dude's the first time he's appeared.
So
I think
this is
so.
Admiral Jan Dodonna.
He's the one that mispronounces Princess Leia's name.
Leia.
Come on, Janice, do better.
Well, Luke Skywalker calls her Carrie in the movie. So
I don't remember that.
you don't?
No.
It's right when he gets off the X-Wing after blowing up the Death Star.
Oh, he usually sounds so.
So
But I don't really pay attention to what he says.
but I don't like the amount of stickers that are needed. I don't like the sizes of the stickers that are needed, and I also don't like that they took out the torpedo launchers.
I might be the only one who actively buys Lego and doesn't get mad about stickers. It doesn't
mean,
bother me that much.
How dare you?
Stickers peel over time, though. They discolor.
It's like relationships.
But
It's
I don't like-
temporary.
I'd be okay with the whole, making everything smaller thing as long as they didn't take out features from previous models, and here they did. And I don't
Well,
like that.
that's tricky to do.
And then I also, I think I was watching a review, and apparently to put Luke in, you don't like sit him down. You have to like recline him back, like it's 2004 Alpha Team. What's going on?
That would look better if you're looking at it from outside the cockpit.
I don't know. It just looks kind of cheap. I feel like there's,
Well, that
I
was
can
the
modify
idea.
it, but still,
And
like,
it
you
says
can-
$50.
feel cheap.
50.
Lego. It's $50. I want quality. I don't want discolored red bricks.
That's short R2. I think that's short R2.
No, it's full size R2.
I don't like full-size R2. Why is he taller than C-3PO? It's so weird.
He's not,
Yeah, he's
though.
not.
Yeah,
What?
he is. He's either
No.
the same height or he's taller.
I'm looking at the two of them right now, and not the
He's
same.
ch-
C3PO.
He's like twice as tall now. I'm
No,
changing this.
no. What are you talking about?
What are you on about, man?
He's far too big at his full height.
I mean, that's kind of the way it's been.
He's not taller than C-3PO.
That's kind of the way it's been. Is a terrible justification for Lego. Should the Bulba really look like he did in the 1999 sets? Come on.
I mean, he looks better in 2011. Or
Yeah,
whenever.
there you go. It looks better in 2011. What did I say? A redesign does not hurt sometimes. That's the way he's always been. Isn't good enough reason for him to look weird.
I don't know. I think
R2
it's
looks
fine.
fine. I like our Lego R2.
I like
it's
the
kinda like
short
a
end Lego R2.
Kind of reminds me of the whole thing. with the-
What set are you talking about as a shorter Lego R2?
Yeah, there's a shorter one and a taller one with a smaller legs and a smaller
So,
stomach.
yeah,
You talking
it's
about
not
Chopper?
R2, it's the chopper thing.
It was also used for R2 in at least one set, if I recall.
What
At
set?
least one.
I was-
They make 100 Star sets a year. I don't recall.
I don't think
But-
it was though. Also, when I search out Lego R2 and C-3PO, I get pictures of Kermit the Frog.
Weird.
Just gonna put that out there.
Okay. Wait, Pixar
Oh.
didn't.
It's a spoiler that the next CMF line is Muppets.
Well, it's Looney Tunes, but
I am kidding, of course. That would not be a spoiler.
I wish it were
Okay,
Muppets.
I'm afraid I can't find the small one. In any case, then my grievance is with them not doing that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about the pieces, but that was for Chopper, who is a shorter droid than R2.
Well, barely, you know. If they were okay, are you saying Chopper and R2 being approximate heights is weirder than Darth Vader and R2 being approximate heights? Are you saying that? Because
They're
I do
not.
not.
They're not. Oh yeah. Look, I
not.
posted a picture of them side by
They are
side.
clearly shorter.
They are.
And also, that's with R2 standing up straight. You're not supposed to do that either. You're supposed to have his body tilted back.
Then you can see that he doesn't have his third leg.
I don't know why they don't still have a third leg piece, though. It's
I
like
mean,
there's
they
already
could-
a hole for it there. You can add a third leg piece.
Without the third leg piece, he is in standing up straight mode.
I can agree that he needs a third leg piece.
I can also agree that he needs to be shorter. Oh, who said that? A genius, I think.
Mace, over the year, you've gotten so much more salty about things.
I'm not trying to be salty. I complimented lots of things that happened. In fact, I'm less salty than most of you about the things that happened. Like, oh,
Yeah,
that
Mace-
X-wing's fine,
Salt-
and oh,
but
that's
you're
great,
much-
and, oh, I don't like chicken.
But when it gets to something you're insistent upon.
I am
He-
insistent. I
he
am insistent if it's a point
insists.
that I think makes sense, and people just don't get what I'm. Don't. I don't know. I like the conversation, and I like the figuring it out and talking it out.
Well, that's fine. No, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying it contrasts.
I don't know.
But still, R2 is not near Darth Vader's height. That is
I
fake
am
news.
exaggerating for dramatic effect, but he is twice as tall as Chopper, and he's 2/3 as
That's
tall
like
as Vader.
when you say there's no election fraud and you say, oh, I was exaggerating for dramatic effect.
I'm talking about R2D2 minifigs, man. Not anything important.
It starts with that, and then next thing you know, you're on CNN saying there was no election fraud.
No.
There is no Warren Buffett say.
No.
All right, and that's all the Star Wars sets, and we're at about an hour's mark.
Oh, we did it.
We did it, boys.
Let's see if there's any interesting comments here tonight.
Why do we check the comments at the end and not during the podcast?
That
You could do that. I'm busy with the overlay and like the million other things I gotta do to keep this show running.
that's a
That
very
was
good
a
point.
rule.
Okay, Orion, you'll have to keep an eye on that for us. Okay.
Okay. I probably won't.
Problem solved.
And yes, Sombrero Man said he consulted with Bricks that R2D2 has always used the same leg pieces. So
Yeah,
you gotta think the pieces you're taking out do exist, just not for R2.
yeah, and I just wish they would be used on R2. That's all. And I
All
think it would be better, and I think he would look better in standing amongst the minifigs if he was a little bit smaller, because he's very big and wide too.
Lego R2 is so iconic is the thing at this point.
They do keep, in my opinion, they keep a lot of the iconicness in the small size as well. He's got similar designed legs, similar designed body, same head. I don't know.
Now that they've been in a Lego Series 2, we need Chewbacca's family minifigures. There's so many fun things they could be doing with Lego Star Wars that they don't.
Yeah, instead we get 3 repeats and a way too small Mandalorian set.
See,
Now that
that's
we've
the thing.
covered,
If we had gotten Mala, Itchy, and Lumpy in the new Advent calendar this year, I probably would have actually gotten it.
technically, we have a white Chewbacca in one of the Advent calendars, which
That doesn't count as
it
Itchy.
could count.
But he's got a red and green bandolier.
Bandolier
That's
is not-
true. But I mean, at least the pieces exist at that point.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
dye it and repaint
I mean, you can use like nail polish remover and
Yeah,
take. I think
could.
usually people accept that method of removing printing as still not illegal.
I don't know, man.
But anyway, that's a topic for another time. Now that we're kind of getting out of a 2021 set season, we can get into some of those other topics like why Lego is dropping the ball on a lot of licensed themes. Man, remember back in Lord of the Rings how Lego just hit the mark at every set?
Yeah. A lot of that's why they
See,
sell for so much.
Lego
Really
Lord
wish-
of the Rings may have been like the best quality licensed theme Lego's had.
If it weren't for those brown pieces that keep breaking, that's why I'm scared to
Which
put
brown
together.
pieces?
Remember
know that.
the brown pieces I was telling you guys about from like my Lord of the Rings and Hobbit sets, how like they would just crumble.
I don't recall this.
You don't remember that?
Because I
I
have
have
like
there.
I have one Hobbit set and it has a lot of brown pieces and they haven't broken.
Well, it's a specific kind of brown, but like I had pulled out like Legolas, and then a couple others from like Lord of the Rings, and then some minifigures from The Hobbit that I had in storage, as well as some like brown base plate kind of things. And I went to like just adjust the minifigures' legs. They just snapped like they were made out of brittle clay. Like,
Okay,
it was-
we have the minifigures. That was like the year that the Chinese factory opened, and a lot of like the Ninjago spinner minifigures were also made there, and some CMFs. And
then,
that year was bad.
And then yeah, it's like just like the bricks themselves, like the couple like square base plates made out of brown, they just like cracked when I went to just flex them a
Ooh.
tiny bit.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
flex.
not good.
Well, no, it's like I was just kind of like taking it apart. Like I was just taking apart
You know
the
what
set.
you
They-
need then is flex tape.
Well, no, I just spent like $200 to get a new one. So I whatever.
Wait, you bought the entire set instead of just the base plate?
Well, yeah, no. Well, no, I bought the. I don't. It wasn't $200. I bought an unexpected gathering the set some
Okay.
time ago.
Oh,
I haven't
nice.
taken it out of the box yet, though. I like the box.
Yours have probably been like through a lot more than mine too, which has been like in a temperature controlled house for 10 years. And yours have like have gone from the north to the south to back. through
They weren't in
multiple
the
seasons.
greatest storage, but
There
they
and
still,
back
should,
again.
they still should have held up better than that. They're like where they
Yeah,
just break
they should have.
apart. Like, cause I had Lego from back when I lived up in Canada in like 2010, and they're sturdy as anything, and they've been carted around for like a decade at this point.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of those were from the Chinese era.
Hmm.
Yeah, Sombrero Man mentions he had issues with crumbling slopes from 2012. 2012 to like 2014 is when I can recall a lot of that being issued. That has gotten better, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the next coming weeks, we've got some interesting topics we can do. I really want to do the Raimi set episode
Ooh,
soon.
yeah.
So we also can continue our MCU set series. We've got Star Wars set comparison, Lego ideas, going back and looking at all of those. So be sure to leave a comment of what you'd like to hear, what topics interesting you the most, or if you've got totally new ideas. We're definitely open to hearing them. Got a lot of things I want to talk about in the future. I'm sure there'll be some more news as well. And I'm going to revisit those Ninjago sets when we get better pictures. Alright, but for now, for Ford, Mace, Orion, and myself, LQ, we thank you for listening, and we will see you on the next episode.
Farewell.